Hello, and welcome to the Introduction to the Quran. My name is Crystal. I'm on the course development team here at the University of Notre Dame, and I'm going to take you on a brief tour of this course and introduce you to a few basic features. When you log in, you'll see a screen similar to this one. Here's a horizontal menu with several different options. I'd like to draw your attention to the tabs here. So we have courseware on the far left, course info, code of conduct, syllabus, calendar, discussion, social media, glossary, an FAQ section, which is frequently asked questions, a progress tab. We'll come back to this courseware tab in a minute, but first let's take a look at the course info tab. Within the course info tab, you'll see course updates posted regularly. It's the beginning of the course, so here you see a welcome message. But as the course continues, you'll want to be sure to check back here for any important updates and messages. Now let's have a look at the discussion tab over here. As you go through the course, you notice that there are discussions and help forums throughout. You can access course discussions from the level of courseware, which we'll talk about here in a second, or you can click this tab in the horizontal menu to see all of the discussion forums available to you in the course. When you click New Post, a window pops up and you can contribute to the conversation. We encourage you to do this often, as this is going to enhance the experience for everyone involved. So when you go to post, be sure to mark your post appropriately, either as a question, if it's a question that requires answering from our staff, or if it's contributing to the general discussion, please click discussion. Alright, so of course you can put a title in here and do all of that stuff. If you'd like to know more about that, you can see the bottom of our Code of Conduct document, which details a little bit more about how to post effectively in discussions. And once you're finished, click Add Post. You'll see over here that discussion starters have already been posted, and they have been tagged so that they're easier to find in a search. Let's move on to social media. The social media tab in this course will help you keep connected on social media if you choose. We could be contacted via Twitter and Facebook. Social media could also be a great way to connect with other people in this course. Next, we have the frequently asked questions. The frequently asked questions page will be updated with common questions as we receive them. Please check here prior to asking your questions to be sure that they haven't already been addressed by our staff. Alright, finally we're going to go over here and have a look at the courseware. So the courseware tab is where you can get into the content of this course. Once you click the tab, you notice there are two columns. There's one over here, serves as a menu, and then there's one over here, which is a content window. You'll notice that this column here gives you a week-by-week overview, or at least it will once content gets fully released. We start here with week 0, and each week new content's going to come up. There are a couple things going on here that you may notice as time goes by, and there's a week 1 structure of the Quran. Content sections can be expanded by clicking on the arrow to the left. If I want to look at what's going on in week 1, I can click here and then click on different topics. Looking at week 0 is full of general information that's going to be helpful to you as you proceed through the course. We strongly encourage you to go through all of it just to be sure that you don't miss anything. There are 3 specific items here that I'd like to draw your attention to, and they are the Code of Conduct, which is under the Introduction to the Quran. We encourage you to review our Code of Conduct as well as guidelines for successful participation. It's going to be essential for you as you go through this course. We'd like you to look at the course syllabus when you get a chance. The course syllabus is really a fancy term for course outline, and it's going to contain all the information that you want to know about course expectations, grades, etc. Please notice that you can go into the course info tab and download a lot of these handouts or documents, just so that you can have them at the ready and print them if you choose. So if we go back here into courseware and we go into Welcome to TH122X Introduction to the Quran, we see, and you may have noticed earlier, that there's this horizontal navigation bar that goes from content piece to content piece. You can navigate the course this way by using the arrows on either side of this bar, or by using the directional arrows at the bottom of the content. Of course, you can also click on the appropriate tab that you're interested in, or you can just click on sections or segments in this left-hand column to navigate successfully. Just know that if you're using the bar, each icon on the bar represents a page of course content. We trust that you'll find what navigation technique works best for you. So let's go to the next page. We'll see that there's a course calendar here. Again, this is offered in several formats. Please note that all edX courses, including this one, operate in the standard of Coordinated Universal Time. Content release and due dates are governed by this standard and not by a specific time zone. If you're not located in an area that observes Coordinated Universal Time, it's your responsibility as a student to investigate the time conversion for your individual location. So if we can scan down here and check out the calendar will tell you roughly what type of content is being released during what week and what you can expect. It also identifies the times of quizzes and unit tests, as well as there's a bit of information about the optional final exam. We will talk a little bit more about this in greater detail. It's basically going to be an essay reflection that folks who have a verified certificate or on the verified certificate track can get feedback from the instructors. So let's go ahead and take a look at week 1. Okay, in week 1, there are a few different segments here. We have the structure of the Quran, and we see that there's a general overview provided of what's going to happen or what we can expect in this week. And this week's content consists of 3 readings, 3 video lectures, a quiz, a discussion segment with several structured discussion topics, and a help forum. So you know right here in the overview exactly what's going to be coming, and then as you read along you can learn more about the topics and the readings from this week. Also, we have our social media information here in case you have any questions. Generally speaking, there's also a discussion which will be located in week 1. There's more information about that discussion and some of the topics that we have posted for you. There's a help forum in every single week of our course just to be sure that we can assist you accordingly. And finally, we have a quiz, and the quiz contains 5 questions. It's not graded. And as with all ungraded assessments, the quiz is not going to show up in your progress tab, so be mindful of that. Finally, in this progress tab, you can view your progress throughout the course, but just know that this course in particular is going to track through 3 tests. So you're going to have a grade for test 1, a grade for test 2, and a grade for test 3. As long as you achieve 70% or greater in this course, you will have earned this verified and or the honors certificate, whichever track you're following. And we just want to help you along and hope you get something great out of this course. So we'd like to thank you again for signing up and for joining us as we explore the Quran.